prior to me getting a promotion and becoming a therapist, I did participate in 2 adoptions. It was actually 2 little kids out of Honesdale. It was a horrific situation. There was a total of 6 children. The father was a horrible man and literally treated his children like dogs, kept them in cages, had them drink out of toilets. The house was a disaster. It was covered in human waste, so that the children were taken out of their home and placed into foster care. They all had behavioral issues, and what we found out was that all 5 of them had been sexually abused by both the father and the mother. Not only did they abuse each of the children, but also had them sexually act out on each other. The 2 adoptions were the 2 youngest that I worked on. The little girl was placed in a home down in Luzerne County, this wonderful family, a husband and wife who couldn't have biological children of their own for whatever reason. This little girl, her name was Jenny, was placed in this home, and they loved her, and they treated her like she was their own. When her older brother, Danny, started having behavioral problems within the home that he was in, his foster parents asked for him to be removed, which was heartbreaking. And his sister Jenny, her foster parents welcomed Danny into their home, and I remembered that the day that they were adopted was the happiest day of their lives. Foster care is a really good program. There are a lot of people who are willing to do it for the right reasons, because there are a lot of foster parents out there who do it for the money, and that's really heartbreaking. So,
viewpoint on foster care?
Yeah.
Okay. I think foster care is good for someone under the age of 12 or 13 if the setting is right, and if the people have had some experience with foster care, dealing with students in the past. Concerning foster care for teenagers to 18, I think it's a slippery slope in terms of what were the issues that got that student into foster care. Was it a physical abuse issue? Was it a sexual abuse issue? Was it some type of a financial issue? Was there violence in the house? So you have to look at that, and not only for high schools foster care, but elementary, but I think it's more prevalent for students that are in those high school years. And then what effect does that foster care have on that student being uprooted and taken out of their school and being transposed into another school like overnight, right? And what support systems are in place for that foster care student? So I'm a little leery of foster care. Concerning adoption, I'm a big advocate of adoption. Based on my limited experience, okay, I find a couple things. I think adopted students, or children I should say, adopted children are cuddled more, are given more materialistic things, are treated a little bit different than students or children in the family. And you have to look at the circumstances as to why someone was adopted. Was they adopted because a husband and wife tried for years to have children and could not have children, and tried everything possible to have children and could not, and they went out and adopted a child, all right? And I think under those, from my limited experience, I think those children that are adopted under that premise are really taken care of, is a love for more so sometimes, I think, because they're much more appreciated than a naturally inherited born child in your family, I guess. I don't know.
It gives people who didn't have a chance, especially those in foster care, a chance for a real life, for a real family, and just a place to feel like they belong. Obviously, it doesn't always work, but if everybody has that commitment and that passion, it'll change people's lives.